To you and your household. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. You see the title. See the title. Sometimes you just gotta move. Sometimes you just gotta move. So that's just the case. That's just the case. Sometimes you just gotta move with the root. I tell you that. Move with the root. So yes. Shalom, shalom, family. Make sure you like the video when you come in the room, or if you're watching this a little bit later. Greatly appreciate you guys tuning in right now. It is early here. It is about what 6 o'clock almost. So all praises to the Most High for another day. Got my tea here, some sour sop tea. It's very nice. It's very good. Let me know in the comments what is your favorite tea that you like to drink. Sour sop is one of a super fruit in a way, super fruit. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, guys, I know I haven't been live in a while, but I am back. I am back live. So all praises to the Most High. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know where you guys tuning in from. Make sure you like the video. You know what's going on? What's going on, Jordan? Washington 8655. Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings to you. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like the video. Um, yeah, I guess I'm guessing that you're from Washington. If your name is George Washington, so what's going on with you? Yes, yes. Yeah, you guys see the title. Yesterday was the Shabbat. So, um, I got a quick story. I guess before I begin and start talking and things. But yeah, so yesterday was the Shabbat. It was a peaceful Shabbat, a restful Shabbat, a good Shabbat. We were studying Isaiah 11. Pretty much the almost the whole book of Isaiah, but Isaiah 11 stood out a lot when it was breaking down the animals and stuff like that, and the child was playing with cobras and things like that to um, I guess for a time, and that symbolizes a lot, right? I'm not trying to break it down too much, but I will encourage you to go read Isaiah. I would say the whole book, but chapter 10, chapter 11, chapter 12. It is coming to a time of that. So yeah, yeah. Okay, yes, yes, shalom, shalom. This soursop tea is really nice. I'll tell you that. I know I had the fruit, things like that. We used to have a soursop tree leaf, or tree. Yeah, we had a tree, and we would take the leaves and boil it and make tea like that. But I never had it like in a package like this. It's pretty nice. Yeah, but yeah. So yesterday was the Shabbat, guys, and yeah, I was resting. Usually we studying things like that before like a rest. So it was about like what 4:30, 4:50. Just down, kicking my feet up in a way like, okay, man, we can rest. We can watch something and try to go to sleep or something. And my wife like, yeah, we need this, we need that, and I'm hungry. So I'm like, oh man, when mama's hungry, you gotta go get some food, right? So yeah, basically, I didn't want to get up because I was just down, closing my eyes and stuff. And I went to this restaurant to order some food, and yeah, the restaurant was pretty busy. So she was like, "Hey, I know I'm usually quick. It's only me today, so just be patient with me. It's probably gonna take some time to make your food." I'm like, "Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. I have time to waste." So I decided to, walk down the street, and it's a street that I never been down, right? It's a street that I never been down. I'm familiar with the neighborhood, but I never went that way, right? And um, like I said, I'm planting some seeds right now. So this is why I titled it. Sometimes you got to move. Sometimes you got to do something uncomfortable. Sometimes you got to do something unknown, right? And it kind of brings me back to the beginning of our journey, when we created this channel too. But I'll continue with the story, right? Um, but yeah, so um, okay, California, Shabbat Shalom to you. Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings. If you are just now entering the chat, guys, make sure you like the video. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, the story. So or I went down the street that I never knew before, and I'm like, oh snap, dogs. Dogs is here. It's just new dogs. If they don't know you, they coming at you, barking and stuff. But I'm like, man, I'm not afraid of that. You know, I had dogs. I had big German shepherds, so I know how to handle a dog. So walking down the street, and I'm like, oh snap, these dogs about to get crazy. Let me pick up some rocks or whatever. And as soon as I start to pick up the rock, right, I look left, and there's this this animal, right? I haven't seen this animal in so long. It was a huge animal. Let me know if you guys can guess the animal. Well, it's kind of like a cheat code if you keep up with us, because I did post a video and I was shocked. So if you saw the video that I recently just posted when I was walking, you already know the animal. But guess what animal that I saw today? And it's a basic animal, but I just don't see it here. Well, I've seen it here in Mauritius, but we never been super close to it, uh, like I was, yesterday or today. Yeah, guess. If you are watching this, guess what animal I saw, and it was just so shocking. It was just so shocking. No guess. Nobody looked at the video. Well, I encourage you to go look at the video because it was so organic. Like usually, if you know me, I'll just turn on the camera, I'll just walking down the street. Hey guys, shalom. You know, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and yeah. So it was just so organic. I'm telling you, I just be walking and talking in a way. Okay, someone said a leopard. Man, that was that. It, that's a good guess, and I'm glad that you did guess. Uh, but yeah, it's a simple animal. It was a horse. It was a horse. It was a beautiful horse. Two big horses. One was brown, one was black. And the one that was black, it was like I guess they were training the horse to run and stuff. I guess it's like a racehorse. So the black horse is back there with the owner going around in circles and stuff like that. But the brown horse, man, it was just so beautiful. The muscles, the legs, the veins, his head. Like when you see a horse up close, you like, man, this is a huge animal, right? So that was just something new. That was just something new that I discovered when I went down a road that I didn't know. When I did something new, when I stepped out of my comfort zone. You get what I'm saying? So, um, I want to encourage people to step out of your comfort zone because the Most High is going to show you something new. And it's really right down the street from us. So that's something that me and the kids can just walk down and just have a good time and look at the horses. And then I talked to the owner. He's like, yeah, yeah, you can ride it and stuff. It's a racehorse, but you can ride it. Like he's trained and things like that. I'm like, oh wow, okay, so that's just another activity for you know the family to do when it's like we can walk there. Like it's literally like 5 minutes, 5 minute walk. But that was just so shocking today because I wanted to turn on the camera and talk about you know you have to you can't be comfortable no more in a way. You have to be uncomfortable. You have to do something that you usually don't do, right? That was basically what I wanted to say in the video. And then the Most High showed me that beautiful brown horse, like a stallion, brown, nice brown coat, black hair. It kind of looked like me, to be honest. I'm not saying I'm a stallion or anything. Like the color of my skin and the color of my hair. So yeah, it was just like wow, nice and shiny and stuff, and it was just like an eye opener of okay, sometimes you got to do something uncomfortable, and the Most High is really going to show you something new. He he needs to show you something new. I'm not sure if you are too comfortable of where you are in your life, or in your house, or whatever your situation is. We are in a time of listening to the Most High. So this is why I named this. Sometimes you have to move. You get what I'm saying? And it kind of brings me back to when we first left America. Excuse me. But yes, it kind of brings me back to when we left America. Um, and we were studying Abraham, right? Most High told him to move with the clothes on his back. We had 3 children at the time. We got 6 children now, so all praise to the Most High. 3 in America, 3 in Africa. So I think we even right now. So we done with the children for now. But yeah, so that was our mindset of man, we don't need to bring much. We just need to bring clothes or whatever. So we had 5 suitcases, right? One suitcase for each person. Whatever fits, fits. Um, you know, and that was the mindset though. Like we were really ready to leave with the clothes off our back if we really had to, right? And yeah, it's just that faith. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Is that faith when you do something unknown, and then the Most High is going to show you something new. So it's really that serious. If the Most High tell you to move right now, are you going to move? Sometimes you got to move. You got to move with the root. Sometimes you got to move with His Spirit. So yes, it's very important to know. Hey, um, the Most High told me to go. I got to go. And I'm not sure if you've been seeing the interviews that I've been doing. Well, I think we got one maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We have another interview from a client of ours, and they're going to be sharing their testimony and their experience of how the Most High told them to move. But each interview that I do, the Most High is the foundation. I should say. So if the Most High Yahuwah, if the Most High is not your foundation, and you're making this move, if you don't have that base of faith, of belief, and knowing that everything's going to be okay, you know, you might want to, analyze and make sure that you have that foundation, like for real. So, yeah, when we first moved, that's all it was. I'm telling you, we had to we had to run through the airport at a time. I know me and my wife were just joking about this the other day when we were looking back at that situation. We were in Turkey, right? And we had I think we had like maybe like an hour, maybe an hour and a half to get to the other flight to land in Africa, to land on the continent, to land in Tanzania, right? So we're in Turkey, and this was at a time, man. That's another thing, you know, that C-19, right? So we were in that time, 2020, August 2020, right? Um, yeah, so we're thinking that we're gonna need the paperwork and stuff like that for saying that we're good to not, have the poke and stuff like that. But the lady, she was like, "Yeah, no, you guys gotta go. You guys gotta hurry up and catch the flight. The flight, they're boarding the flight now." So, at the time, what? Yeah. So our 2 oldest was with my wife, so they had their suitcases. I had 2 suitcases and a couple bags, and I had my 2-year-old son, and we were running. We were running. I'm trying to get him to run with me. His pants falling down. But when me and my wife were talking about it, we were like really trying to run out of Babylon in a way. It just in that moment we were like, no, we're not going back. We got to catch this flight. We run and run and run like the whole family running towards this this new life, this faith, this belief that the Most High told us to do. Right, we couldn't miss that flight. But it was just funny because we we think about moments like that, and we try to tie it back to scriptures and stuff like that, and how when the Most High judged Sodom and Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Um, and they had to escape the city and stuff, where they was going to get taken out. But it was just it. I guess it was just that mindset that we had, like, we not going back. We left Babylon. We can't go back, right? So we were gonna do any and everything that we had to do to make sure that we catch that flight. Like, I don't know if you guys picture that, but I had two suitcases, had a 2-year-old on my arm, and I had his bag. I got my carry on bag. I think I had another carry on bag. So I'm like running two suitcases. It was just like, man. But those situations, the situations right there, it tells you, or it showed us like how bad we wanted to do this, right? And I'm glad that we did it, because I wouldn't be sitting right here talking to you guys, right? So all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you like the video if you are just now tuning in. Let me know where you tuning in from. Someone said, um, Kentucky. Okay, Kentucky. All praises. He said, totally understand. Yeah, man. Like, it's an understanding that you gotta have. I'm not saying anyone doesn't have an understanding, but some people are just at different levels. So I believe today was, or yesterday, today for you guys too. Um, yeah, that was a perfect example of me doing some, or getting out my comfort zone, going down a road that I never knew, seeing these crazy dogs. It was like 3 or 4 dogs, and I'm like, bruh, I'm about to turn back around, right? Because I'm not trying to deal with this. I just came on a peaceful walk to wait for my food, and then next thing I know, it's crazy dogs right there. But uh, as soon as I was going to pick up a rock and throw it at them and stuff, I look left and see that beautiful horse, and the Most High showed me something new, right? And it's right down the street. Never knew. And then the owner was cool. Like, I was filming and stuff. He didn't like say, no, you can't film this. No, it was cool. He was like, man, no, you're good. Yeah, yeah, you can come ride it whenever and let us know. And we're starting this, so blah blah blah. But yeah, that was something different. It wasn't planned, really, and it was a big adventure for me. It was like, my thing is, I was just resting my eyes. I was just closing my eyes, kicking my feet up. And then I had to get up. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to get up. I'm telling you, I did not want to get up to do what I had to do. The sun, the sun was going to set in, I want to say, like an hour. So I was like, man, you can't just wait like an hour. Like, I don't like to, do stuff before the sunset. But I'm glad I did too. I tell you that. And before that, before I went to go get the food and saw that, right, I had to go to the grocery store, right? So it was about like 4:50, 4:55, right? It's Saturday. Usually the grocery store, I don't know what happened today. I think it was like a holiday for them or something like that. But the grocery store was closing at 5 p.m. and I didn't know. So when you do move to a country or overseas, Stores do close. They don't stay open all night. You get what I'm saying? The latest here that I know is 8 p.m., right? So you got to get things done at a certain time. Sundays, I know they close at 5, but today was Saturday. They was closing at 5. And I'm glad that um, the guy knew me. It's like a security guard right there, whatever. And he's a local, but he always says hello to me, bonjour, and stuff like that. So I'm trying to rush there because they're like closing the gates and everything. And I'm like, wait. He's okay. Come on, hurry up. So he let me in, and then as I'm leaving, because I really only had to get like what a couple items or something like that, and as I'm leaving, he's not letting people in. It's still like 5, or I guess it was like 4:58, 4:59. He was not letting people in. He was not letting people in. So I'm like, man. So yeah, I'm glad that I got up when I got up and didn't waste time. I tell you that because I wouldn't got the items that we need for today, like this morning. You get what I'm saying? I would have had to wait for 8:30 until the store opens, right? So if I didn't get up when I did not feel like it, right? I did not feel like getting up. I wouldn't have got the items and I wouldn't have saw something new that the Most High needed to show me, right? So it's going to be at a time, and I'm talking to someone here, right? There's going to be a time where you do not want to get up and do what you have to do, but um, is is necessary. It's very necessary. And it's going to be at those times when you're down, when you just don't feel like it, when you just kind of feel, heavy and stuff like that. It's going to be at those times where you just going to have to get up and just move. So that's why I titled it. Sometimes you got to move, and you got to move with the root. So, yes. Shalom, shalom, family. Shalom, journey of life. Good job. I tell you that. I've been keeping up with the post and everything. Shalom, shalom, bro, Eric. First part of walking by faith is to get up and walk. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Man, yeah, that's 100%. That's 100%. That's the first part. You gotta get up and walk. Take that first step. You're gonna be good. Then the Most High is gonna show you something new. So that was just a highlight of my day yesterday, today for you guys. The Shabbat. So yeah, it's important. It's really important to move with the root, move with his spirit. Cause that's the question. Are you willing to do that? So yeah. But yeah, did you guys hear about that C19, the Dr. Fauci, scamming Fauci, or I don't know what to call him. That guy there, bro. Man, that's wild. That's wild. That is something huge. And I don't know if you guys heard, but he pled the fifth over 100 times. He pled the fifth over 100 times. He pled the fifth over 100 times. Did you know that? Did you guys know that? He pled the fifth over 100 times. Y'all know that? That's wow. That's like that should tell you something right there, where they are evil. Man, it's so much evil in this world. That's why you got to be set apart. This is why the Most High tell you to be set apart. This is why the Most High tell you to be separate from um, that system as best as you can. And there's no, I guess for us, it's better to be outside of that environment, um, because if you have experience outside that environment, it's like a sense of peace. It's not like a heaviness that you carry around. It's not like a survival type of mood that you always have to be in. You know, um, it's crazy that yeah, it's just crazy how time after time they show you their hand, and of course, a lot of people defends that land and stuff like that. And I'm not a person to go back and forth with people when it comes to that, but we know how I I guess I know the foundation of that land. I know the bloodshed that has been on that land. I know the evil that has been on that land, the sacrifices that has been on that land. And pretty much when you think about it, it's everywhere, to be honest. But at the same time, you got to understand who you are and whose you are, right? So I'm not saying one land is perfect and another land is not, right? So I just know what the Bible say, and I truly believe America is Babylon. So yeah, but yeah, that's wild that it's wild that that guy did that, and it's just really think about that time, guys. And if you are just now tuning in, guys, greatly appreciate it. Good morning to you. Good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are tuning in. Make sure you like the video. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Greatly appreciate it, guys. Um, but yeah, if you start to remember that time, just um, as I was talking about how we had to run through the airport, like run for our lives to escape Babylon in a way. That was our mindset at that time. But yeah, like just think about that time, the 6 feet apart, the mask, the people going against people that didn't take the vaccine, or ooh, I don't know if I can say that. The people that didn't take the the jab and the poke and whatever. Um, just think about that time. Like people were really trying to fight each other or fight the people that wasn't trying to get vaxxed. Like that's wild. Like just think about that time. Like the whole world went through that too. I know Mauritius here. I believe they went through it because I did talk to a couple local people when we first arrived, and I asked, "Hey, how did Mauritius deal with the C-19?" And they're saying, "Man, it was bad. Businesses was closing. People didn't have work and stuff like that. So we're just now getting back um, together in 2024 and stuff." And I'm like, "Dang. So do you think if anything like that happens again, will it shut down?" They're like, "Oh no, that will destroy the economy and stuff like that." So I'm like, "Okay, that makes me feel better." But yeah, I know in Tanzania it wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. People were still riding buses, stacked up on buses. People were still, opening stores in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, yeah, 2024. Yeah. So yeah, we was in Tanzania for a good three and a half, almost 4 years, I believe. Um, and we didn't really experience that. For me, I actually experienced it because I was working before we left. Like I was working a night shift job, and we started to have to wear the mask. Wash your hand. They was teaching us, taking classes how to wash your hands and stuff like that, and having meetings and saying certain things like make sure you wear your mask and stuff like that. I wasn't for it. Me, this is where my mask would be, just right here on my chin, and they will be upset with me. They say, "Hey, we warned you like 3 times. You really have to wear your mask." So I put it on. I walk away and then I pull it back down. But yeah, they didn't like me when it came to that. And I was telling people like this is killing. Like you breathe like if you did have COVID, you just breathing it in and just making yourself sicker and stuff like that. So um, it's like man, yeah. that time was crazy. That time was crazy, to be honest. So I experienced it a little bit, but when we came to Africa, um, yeah, we didn't see anything like that. I'm currently stuck at the airport in Bangkok. Was on my way to Vietnam, but will reroute to Motherland. I need some English speaking, reading, and writing because my international game is new. Okay. I am at peace thus far, even in a jam. I'm still at ease and at peace. No, that's 100% Goldilocks official. Okay. Um, that yeah, that's 100% right there. What she said right there. When you are in a jam like that, you should not be complaining. You should just count it all joy. Count that you are able to be in a jam. You are able to type. You are able to speak and hear and see. Just a little thing. So I know if anything is going wrong with me or my household, it's no complaining. No complaining at all. We count every little second, every little thing with joy. So joy brings you belief and faith and really encourage you and build your wisdom and understanding up, to be honest. So if you are going through something, count it all joy because it's just a learning, um, a, I guess, a learning curve for something to really grow. So all praises that you said that. Thanks for sharing that. Yes. Shalom, shalom, family. Peace and blessings to you guys. Let me know where you guys tuning in from. Make sure you like the video if you just now tuning in. But yeah, that's 100%. That is a good thing that Goldilocks official was saying about um in a jam, and then she's still maneuvering through that jam, and she's coming to motherland. So all praises for that. So sometimes your environment, you just got to change your environment. To be honest, you really do. Sometimes you just got to change your environment, and the Most High is going to show you something new. He's going to show you something great. He's going to show you something like abundant. He's going to show you a sign, just like to yesterday for me, today for you guys. About this land, man. I wanted horses. I wanted cows. I wanted, goats, chickens, and things like that, like a farmstead. You get what I'm saying? And that's what he showed me. I'm like, okay, so he's showing me something new. He might be telling me, hey, it's time to get to the land. It's time to till the land. Um, I'm not sure what he's telling you guys, but there's a shift that's happening. We were just out of harvest season, so it is a season of planting, and then it's going to be a season of harvest again. So just make sure that you're doing make sure you're doing the right thing in the right seasons. I tell you that. So um, that's why it is important to plant seeds right now, like any and everything that you're doing. If that's starting your business or really posting about your business, trying to post. So I know a couple of people that's really planting some seeds, and that's gonna harvest pretty soon. You can't just or once you plant it, you have to water it. You can't just like um, plant it and then wait a couple days and then dig it back up and try to be like, why aren't you growing? Why aren't you growing? No, there's a season for everything. So just make sure that you're doing the right thing. You gotta have that faith. You gotta have that faith. So faith, it really is something. It's something that you're not gonna know. You're just not gonna know it until the Most High shows you. So you gotta have that faith. To be honest, you gotta know when to move accordingly. To be honest, You know, you're not going to see the big picture until you walk by faith and not by sight. And then once you can step back, because you have walked so much, you step back and realize, okay, now I can kind of see the bigger picture. So yeah, don't repeat the same things. Don't repeat the same things. So um, yeah, all praises to the Most High, Yahuwah, Yahusha's name, Yahusha's blood. Yeah, man, it's really getting deep. I'm not sure if you guys feel something in the spirit. Um, and I don't want to sound prideful. I don't want to sound like I know everything, because I'm just walking this word out, to be honest. And I think that's the biggest thing that you can do. Of course, you can know the word and stuff like that. Um, you you need to walk it. And yeah, any questions at all, guys, just let me know, please. Unless you guys just like to hear me talk, and I guess I keep saying teach, teach, teach. So all praises. But someone asks, we're looking at Ethiopia. What visas are available as retired and entrepreneurs? So Ethiopia, it's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful place. It's a special land. Um, but I wouldn't say, when it comes down to visas and like retirement, because you got to think, and this is something that you have to experience. You have to know. I'm not sure if you traveled to Africa before. Um, when those visas um, are the cost they are, just like in Ethiopia, right? Um, excuse me. But yeah, Ethiopia, their visa is $250, right? 250 US dollars, and you get 30 days. That doesn't make sense to me. You if you are an American, if you have an American passport, your best bet is to go to the country, a country that um, does visa free, that has visa free for Americans, right? So if you're thinking about retirement, I would say Mauritius because it gives you 10 years. I would say Rwanda because it is like one of the cleanest countries in Africa. It's a beautiful country. The system is nice and things like that. The corruption is low. But the only thing about Rwanda, you have to have a threshold. Your threshold is more than Mauritius. So the threshold for Rwanda that you have to prove that you make is 5,000 US dollars. Here in Mauritius is 2,000. So, and I guess 5,000 US dollars a month, 2,000 US dollars a month. You get what I'm saying? So, I believe Rwanda is 5 years at a time, renewable. Mauritius is 10 years, renewable. So, it's visa free for Americans here in Mauritius. Um, so, if anything, if you are thinking about traveling, guys, I'm gonna give you guys some gems too. Um, Ghana is a good place to do. I'm not sure if they exactly have like a retirement residency. It might be called something else, where you just have to prove that you can take care of yourself, that you can take care of yourself, your spouse, and dependents if you have. Um, yeah, so I think it's called something else. Um, but yeah, Ghana is a good one. Um, but if you do come here to the continent, just look for visa free for Americans. That's like a strategy that people can take advantage of, to be honest, because if it's visa free, like you can stay in a country for 90 days. Some countries are easier to extend than others. So that's something to think about. So you can spend a year in each um, region, to be honest. So just say like East Africa, you can do Seychelles, Mauritius, South Africa in a way, then, Botswana, um, was visa free, um, West Africa, Senegal. Senegal. Yes, yeah, synagogue. Um, yeah, so it's just a strategy that you got to have. And you ask about that's gonna have 5 years or 10 years. So what when you say visa, visa is separate from residency. So you got to know that visa, you get a visa on arrival. So if you arrive in Kenya, you got, or I think it's before, but you got to pay $30, right? Um, so that's a visa, and they say, hey, this is your visa for 90 days. After that 90 days, you have to choose to leave or you have to move into a separate residency. So visas are different than residencies. So just know that. And America, or if you are a American that has an American passport, you gotta take advantage of that American passport because there's a lot of passports that has trouble when it comes down to um, visas. Like you will get denied because I know a lot of Africans they can't travel how Americans travel because they have to apply for the visa a couple months in like a couple months ahead of time, and then they might get denied, so they can't go. So for us, most of the time, it might be a couple of days before, maybe 7 days before, get the visa. You pay for it online. You just arrive and be good. Yeah, I'm keeping. Someone said I'm keeping my eyes and prize on visa on arrival after this Bangkok experience. They drained my budget with all the new prices, hike e-visa and processing time. Yeah, things are changing. Things are changing, to be honest. Things are changing, guys. This is why it's like, if you're thinking about traveling, if you're thinking about getting out of America, the sooner the better. You just gotta step out on faith, pray to the Most High, ask like what you need to do to, you know, do it, because he will show you. He will show you. Someone said my brother, when are you coming back to America? You guys need to come back and help our country and stop running away from America. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you're gonna do. So that's not what the Most High called us to do. You get what I'm saying? So I know. For me, I was talking to my cousin the other day, and he's a fighter. He like trying to tell him like, man, it's beautiful out here, this and that, and he definitely understand the Most High. He definitely understand um who we are and stuff like that. So yeah, he said, man, I'm staying. Most High told me to stay, and I'm gonna fight uh, until we break these statues and stuff like that, and break America down. So I'm like, okay, it's no hard feelings. But the Most High didn't tell me to do that. The Most High didn't tell my household to do that. He told us to go, and we helped so many people on our journey. You get what I'm saying? We just helped so many people that still has that calling to go. You get what I'm saying? The Most High might tell him something different. So the Most High might tell him to just get to the land and stuff like that. So yeah, that question is that's just not for us. We're not running from America. We're just following what the Most High is telling us. Someone said the second Exodus is coming sooner than we think. We can all we can do all we can and allow the Most High to do the rest. Yeah, yeah. So, like say, as long as you know that you're listening to the Most High Spirit, and when He say move, when He say step this way or step that way, He's saying it for a reason. It might be a snowball coming at you, and he might tell you step right, and then you step right, and then that snowball just dodge you or something. You get what I'm saying? So it's just I'm not trying to like trust me. I I've been through it of trying to convince so many people, you gotta go, 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 you gotta go. Then I realize it's not me. I mean, yes, I'm a vessel and he uses me, but at the same time, he might not be telling people, you gotta go, you gotta go. You know, the most people that we talk to, that's their foundation. The Most High told them to go. So, you know, yeah. Someone said, does Ghana or Rwanda have 5 year or 10 year residency permit? Yes, Rwanda does. Ghana, I believe they do have a 5 year. It's kind of like a multiple entry type thing. Um, they did drop their threshold if you are a service-based business, not like a brick and mortar business or where you make products in the country, right? So a service base is basically what I'm doing now, like a consultation business in a way, or like you service companies outside the country and you make different currencies. Um, that threshold is zero. But if you make toys, right? If you make Baby Shark toys on a motorcycle, um, with one arm gone, right? Um, yeah, if you make toys like this and you sell it to the consumer, that threshold is still 500,000. So you just got to be careful. You got to know the ins and outs of certain countries, taxes, thresholds, and things like that. So yeah, that's important. Someone that we has America need to stop running away from our country because do a lot for us has or I want to say as Black Americans. Remember your history, my brother. Yeah, of course. I mean, okay, you just that type of person. Look, I remember everything. Trust me. I try to break it down the foundation type of root. I'm a type of foundation root person. You get what I'm saying? That's you. That's not me. Okay. Um, I don't go back and forth like that. But yeah, I remember our history. I'm just letting you know what the Most High told me. I'm not running away. I believe that you should take advantage of that U.S. dollar outside of America. That's a big thing that people need to really understand. Use that system. That wicked system is going to pay you outside of America better than it's going to pay you inside of America. So yeah, it breaks down to a lot of levels. So yeah, Reggie. Okay, Reggie, is this you? Please let me know. Uh, you got a lot of questions, man. You can always hit me up if you got my WhatsApp. How to get Ghana citizenship? I'm not exactly sure how to do that. Um, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So you probably just have to um, be there, be connected with people, because I know they do it randomly, or you just gotta have a high status, I guess, because they do give celebrities and like people with a lot of money citizenship. People, I guess, investors too. So if you are like a big investors, you probably could get citizenship in some countries. I believe Botswana they did that 95,000 or 97,000 U.S. dollars, and then you can get the citizenship. But just know when you get citizenship in any country, um, yeah, you got to turn in certain paperwork, things like that. So you will be on the list. So I would say residency is better than citizenship right now. Um, and yeah, that's just my opinion. So yes, all praise to the Most High, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking the video. If you are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Good morning to you. Good afternoon. Good evening. As you see, the sun has risen. So all praises for another day. Yeah, let me know where you tuning in from. Also, But yeah, I was just talking today about what, you know, doing something new, going down a road that you never been down, and the Most High is going to show you something new. He's going to show you something abundant. So yeah, it's something that we are coming um, to a time. I guess I can say we are coming to a time. If you don't know how to move like that, if you are not comfortable with moving like that, because if the Most High tell us to move right now, we moving and we are comfortable with it in a way. Of course, it's going to be uncomfortable, but at the same time, we know how to do it. So, yeah. When was the last time? Yeah, that's a good question. When was the last time you did something completely outside of your normal routine? That's a question for you guys. When was the last time that you did something outside of your normal routine? And today, yeah, today or yesterday for me, it showed me that. Usually, I would just sit there in a restaurant looking at everyone or something like that, or on my phone trying to get some work done. But it was a Shabbat, so I was like, let me just go for a walk, try to catch the sunset. Let me do something new. So that was outside my routine that I usually do, and then the Most High showed me something new. So yeah, you gotta do something outside of your normal routine. Then the Most High will show you something that's new, and you really can't be afraid to be out your comfort zone. To be honest, you know, like really, when it breaks down, it might be something so simple. It might be right around the corner. It might be something that just like me, the road I took. I was in this neighborhood, but I never took that road before. And then Most High showed me these big old horses. So yeah, that just builds my confidence up, my confidence up, my faith level, my joy. You get what I'm saying? My understanding. You know. So I will encourage you guys to do something new today. I know it's Sunday, beginning of the week. Do something new today, guys. Really. So yeah. Yes, guys. I think that's about it. Shalom, shalom. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Greatly appreciate it. You know, hearing some people wake up. So, peace and blessings to you and your household. You know, you just need enough faith to take that first step, really, or the next step, I should say. Because I'm pretty sure most people took the step and keep stepping. So, blessings to you if you have been stepping, but there's still going to be another step. Make sure you get out your comfort zone. Make sure you do something new. Go down a new road on your walk or something. You get what I'm saying? Just do something new, and Most High is going to show you what He needs to show you. He's going to show you something abundant. So yeah, all praises to the Most High, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for listening and commenting and liking the video. So uh, yeah, go check out the video that I did. It's like a 8 minute video, and I'm telling you, it was so organic. Usually, you know me, I'm straightforward, organic. Turned on the camera. That's something that I wanted to talk about of stepping out your comfort zone, and I started saying like, yeah, this is a new road, and I don't know these dogs, and then next thing I know, boom, abundance. The horse is right there, and I'm like, oh snap. Wow, look, I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, that was just the Most High right there. So go check that video out. Go look on our channel, check the video out. I believe I just uploaded it like this morning sometime. I want to say like 3 or something, maybe a couple hours ago. So yeah, go check it out and see how the Most High works in real time. So all praise to the Most High, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Shalom, shalom. Make sure you check the links in the description too. Today um, is Mature Adult Intensive, so I believe you still got some more time to sign up. I want to say an hour before we start, but we start that at 10 p.m. Our time, so that's 2 p.m. EST. Also, investing in uncertain times when it comes to stocks, dividends, ETFs, things like that. I do have a call at 5 p.m. this time, so that I believe that's 9 a.m. EST. So you still got time. Check it out. Get the information. Get the knowledge. Um, and it's a Zoom link or a Zoom call. So any questions at all is there for you. So check the links in the description. Visit our website at www.journeywithusmovetoafrica.com/investing. That's going to take you to the page of the technical analysis, the language of the charts. That's a little bit more advanced. Or you can get the one that is for stocks and basic knowledge when it comes to stocks, when it comes to investing. I would say get that one first and then get the technical analysis, the language of the charts, so you know how to move around. Because we are in a time of abundance, but it just depends on how you see it. Do you see the world as um somebody said a quote the other day. It was basically like it just depends on how you see the world. Like, is it so evil where you don't want to do nothing, or it's still good that's happening. It's still abundance that's happening. But some people can't see it that way. Some people just give up, and yeah, there's still knowledge out here. We are in a knowledge um, era. We are in a abundance era. So all praises to the Most High, guys. Check the links in the description. Um, we have a hey baby. We have a Zoom call today, so take advantage of this. I'm telling you, take advantage. You get the knowledge, and you get the questions, and I give you the top stock picks that I believe that's going to be next. So all praises to the Most High, guys. Baby girl just woke up, and I will talk to you in the next one.